Hi, this is Jessica Garcia with Rev Staffing, and today I am going to walk you through how to create an animated video using Powtoon. So I've already logged in and it's taken me to my dashboard, and I am just going to click this create button here. And once I click the create button, it's actually going to take me to a page full of some Powtoon templates. And these I like because one, it saves time, and two, it's great for beginners if you're just learning about Powtoon and you're trying to just play around and have some fun. I like using these. And then you can kind of decide after watching that if you think that that's going to work with your video concept or not. Alright, so for the sake of this video, I am going to actually start from scratch. So we're going to use the blank one here and just click edit. And I suppose I should show you this over here. If you want to filter the different templates, then you can just select over here. Now it's going to take a couple seconds to load your awesomeness. And here we are. Okay, so let's take this screen in a little bit. It's pretty intuitive, pretty user-friendly. On the left here are the slides. So they start you out with 3. You can add more, you can delete, however you want to do it. Just make sure the first slide is selected when you start, because that's the slide that you're going to be working on. And usually I add slides as I go, as I determine that I need them. So don't worry about how many you have in the beginning. Now down here, these are the different play options, and if you just hover over it, it will show you what that particular button does. Now this play and continue, so what this means is it's going to play from wherever this red arrow is. This is going to play from the beginning of the slide. This will play from the very beginning, from the first slide. Now, up here, new, save, cut, copy, paste, that's all pretty self-explanatory. I recommend saving periodically throughout the video just to be on the safe side. Sound, this is an important one. You always want to have sound with your video. So we'll click that. Now you'll see here you have a voiceover option. So what I usually do is I'll write a script ahead of time, and I'll record it in audio recording software, and then I'll import the file as an MP3. And I do this first because what's going to happen is I'm going to create a video around that audio. So I need all of the different elements of the video to be in sync with the audio. I also like recording it externally because then I can edit it, I can EQ it, I can tweak it to my liking before actually importing it. They do have this record option that I haven't used, but you are certainly welcome to. And then the music track. If you have a music track that you have rights to, then you can go ahead and use that there. But these are all royalty free and can be used. Anything that says upgrade obviously comes with one of their more premium accounts. But if it just has ad next to it, you can go ahead and use that for free. And then clicking the play button will just let you preview that. And another thing too, if you do voiceover, make sure that after you import it, you hit both of these play buttons and kind of play around with the volume here to make sure that the music isn't louder than the voiceover or vice versa. So just hit apply. Alright, images obviously if you want to insert an image, add text. Now you have a couple different text options. So you have this, which just is plain text, it doesn't do anything. And then you have this over here, the text effects. So if you select more, you have handwriting, you have words appearing, you have words scaling down, bouncing, rolling, all of those different options. So let's say we want some fun text, so let's just hit the delete button since this is already selected. It'll just delete that. And let's do the handwriting. Powtoon. Okay. And then of course you can change the color here, you can change the font, style. They have some pretty cool, that's not one of them, but that's kind of a cool font. So they have some fun ones that you can play with. We'll go ahead and stick with this one. All right. And then you can adjust the size, move it wherever you want. And now I'm going to insert an image for Rev Staffing. And I don't need it quite that large. Move my little Powtoon out of the way here. All right, now, so we have these two little things here. Now, over here, we have different styles. So if you go to the top and you select this arrow over here, you'll see it will walk you through anything that says more or premium. Again, it's the upgraded account. This is good if you're doing like an informational video that's going to have a lot of statistics. These are just kind of fun. I've never used those, but they look fun. And these are, I like these actually because they have the characters that stand still and the characters that are animated. And so these animated characters are always fun to use. So we're going to have our point to the Powtoon. And then as you continue scrolling over, you'll see more. And every different style option has different props, different markers, just all different things that you can use. So you can really spend a lot of time just kind of going through and seeing everything that they have. This is another one that's good for if you're creating some sort of an informational video with a lot of stats. All right, so I think you have the idea there. Now let's go back a little bit. These all have different background options. So if you go all the way down, you'll see that it has backgrounds and also has transitions. So for this video, we're going to use this background because it kind of looks like, I think it is supposed to be a whiteboard. So we'll go with that, and we have these transitions here. So this is transitioning between two different slides. So if we go back over here to the left, it says no transition. So we want to fix that. So let's do the squeegee. You just drag it over to the center, and now you'll look over here and it says squeegee. So from this slide to this slide, it's going to do this. Okay. All right, so we have, just a very basic bare bones slide going on here. Now let's look down here at the time bar. So this is probably the most important part of creating a video. So as you see, as I move it back and forth, it sort of rewinds and fast forwards, okay? So let's go ahead and put it to where all the elements are on the screen. And as we select, we'll see where that specific piece is coming in. So we don't want to wait 4 seconds to see rev staffing. We want that coming in right away. So let's go ahead and pop that in at the start. And we're going to make this a 5-second slide. We don't need 6 seconds of reading rev staffing Powtoon. So then let's go ahead and add the next element. So let's see our lady. Let's go ahead and move her. And I want her to pop up. So I'm going to click, this button here, and I'm going to do up. And then I want her to pop down. So again, same thing, just down, okay? And with the text, let's have that come in just after the rev staffing graphic. And let me just check myself here. I have that leaving at 4.5. So just consistency. You want to make sure you have things leaving not necessarily at the same time, but just have it timed appropriately. And again, that's way too late. So we'll put this at 2 and at 4.5. Okay. So now we have all this extra space here that we don't need, so let's just do that. All right, and now we're going to start this from the beginning. So this button is just going to play this particular slide. Okay. And now if we click this one, let's say if we were on slide 3 and we clicked this, it would go all the way back to slide 1. But I do want to see the transition, so we're just going to move this back and click this play button. Okay. And now one thing you can do with these different elements that's kind of nice is you can move this to the back. Okay, so send to back. All right, now, You see the hand doesn't go underneath anymore, so we fixed that. Okay, so basically with Powtoon, there's a lot of different customizable options that you can incorporate to create a really unique, really fun, enriched video. You definitely want to keep it engaging. You know, I think anytime you have something with audio and video, it's a little bit more engaging than something with one and not the other. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at Rev Staffing, or if maybe you just don't have the time to learn this tool, or maybe it's a little bit outside of your comfort zone, by all means, reach out to us. That's why we're here, and we will be happy to create a video for you. You can call us at 855-REVS-VA1, or you can visit us online at revstaffing.com. All right, so I hope this was helpful. I hope you got some good tips, and thank you so much.